everyone, welcome back to our continuing coverage of the Origins Summer Preview here at the Origins Game Fair in Columbus, Ohio. You're watching the Dice Tower. I'm Sam. This is Chris O'Neill from Brotherwise Games. Thanks for coming around.
Hi, Sam.
And showing us. He's going to show us Unearth. Reclaim, rebuild, remember.
Yeah.
So take it away.
So Unearth, we're going to be launching at Gen Con. We're doing demos here at Origins for anybody who wants to stop by booth 535. We're also running a pre-order campaign right now at brotherwisegames.com/unearth. You can get the game there, and we'll deliver it to you even before the Gen Con launch.
Ooh.
So Unearth is a game of rebuilding and remembrance and reclamation. You play these little delvers, and the delvers are represented by your 5 dice that you have.
Okay.
You have your little gatherer, who's your 4-sided dice. You have your big overseer, who's your 8-sided die, and you have your 3 grunts. So each of these dice is good at something different, because in Unearth, what you're trying to do is explore and reclaim these lost ruins, these lost cities that you have here.
Okay.
So the lost cities come in 5 different flavors. You've got desert, cavern, mountain, island, and forest. Mm-hmm. All of them are valuable because the name of the game is you're trying to get the most of a card within a certain color set.
Okay.
If you claim a singleton of one color, that's worth 2 points. If you claim 5 of the same color, that's worth 30 points.
Whoa, wow.
So, claiming cards is every turn you're going to pick a die. In this case, I'm going to pick my overseer, and I'm going to roll it on this card here, and let's say I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Now, when the total, each person's going to get to go around and do that in a turn, and when the total value of all the dice on that card meets or beats its claim value, which is this number up here on top, the high value is going to claim that card. So in this very simple scenario, my overseer would have claimed this card.
Okay.
Now it's not as simple as that, because for every die that you have on a card that you lose, you get one of these Delver cards, and Delver cards let you bend your luck. So for instance, we have Delver cards that let you re-roll your main roll.
Okay.
We have Delver cards that let you give -2 or +2 to a die that's already on a card to make it easier or harder for you to get it.
Okay.
We have cards which let you affect other people's dice and affect their rolls. So we call it bend your luck because while the game is very much based on the roll of the die, you as a player have a lot of control over how your luck is going to run.
So can these cards be played on somebody else's turn as like a react?
They can only be played on your turn. So you've got to think and plan ahead about how you want to do that.
Okay.
Now let's say you're not rolling the way you want to, you're not rolling as high. That's okay, because every time you roll a 1, 2, or 3 on a die, you get to claim one of these stones and you get to add it to your tableau. So in this case here, let's say I rolled a 2 on that mountain there. I claimed a stone and I was able to finish my first stone ring. Stone rings are built out of the stones. That would let me claim this College of the Overseers there, wonder, and put that in there.
Okay.
So at the same time I'm trying to reclaim runes and sort of recover my civilization, I'm also reclaiming stones to rebuild these lost wonders.
Okay, and so these have like different point values and stuff like that?
They do. Some of them purely grant points, some of them grant abilities. This College of the Overseers that I just built allows you to give your Overseer +1 whenever you roll it. So if I roll a 1 here, I can turn it into a 2.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
And all the wonders have different powers. There's 15 different wonders in the game. You only play with a subset of them at any time, so you've got a lot of replayability there.
Okay.
At the end of every game, the last card that comes up is this End of Age card.
Okay.
That'll come up when there's about 4 or 5 ruins left on the board.
Okay.
And it will affect the game in some way. The Festival of Reclamation means that all dice rolled for the rest of the game get +1, making it easier to claim ruins. Another one is the Day of Rest. Everyone would grab 3 Delver cards. Then there's the City of Gold, which is a mega ruin. It's worth 7 points alone if you get that one.
Wow.
But it's got a huge claim value and is very hard to claim.
Okay, and these are point values down at the bottom, or no? What is that?
That actually just represents the number of stones that we would put on that card when it came out.
At the beginning.
So the City of Gold is a big, big ruin. It gets a lot of stones.
Understood. All right, so that's cool. So what is the player count here? How many?
Game plays from 2 to 4 right now, where the designers are Matthew Ransom and Jason Harner, some guys that we were very lucky to work with. This is their first game. They're now working, in addition to some other games, they're working on expansion for this one for 5 to 6 players.
Okay, all right, so 2 to 4 to begin with, 5 to 6 later on in the future possibly.
Absolutely.
Okay, and about how long does it take?
So a 2-player game can be done in as little as 15 or 20 minutes once you know what you're doing. A 4-player game is always finishable in under an hour. Generally, you're looking at more like 45 minutes for a 4-player game.
Okay, all right. So I imagine that since you have the bag here, these gems will come out randomly, of course.
They do.
On
They
these
come out
different
randomly,
things.
and in fact, if you roll a 1, 2, or 3 on an empty ruin, you'll still get a stone. You'll draw it
You
blind
draw
out
it
of the
from
bag.
Okay, great. All right, well, super. Now you said you're doing a pre-order scheme on this one. Not scheme, but
Campaign.
Campaign. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We're always scheming, though. There's always
bad
something
word.
up.
I didn't
always
mean that.
something up.
So you're not doing Kickstarter like everybody else is.
No, we're
Is
not.
there a reason for that?
Well, no, we love Kickstarter.
Okay.
Our initial success with Boss Monster, which was our first game,
Yeah.
which everybody probably knows us from, that was done being Kickstarter, and we love those guys. We will likely return to Kickstarter in the future.
Okay.
But we felt for this one, one is we wanted to take care of our retail customers.
Okay.
We know that while we think Kickstarters are a good thing for them, for some folks it can sap away a little bit of that initial market.
Gotcha.
So that's one of the reasons. The other was just timing, in the sense that with some upcoming projects, doing this in-house was very doable and seemed like the best move.
All right.
And we're really happy with how it came out. The pre-order campaign, which again is at brotherwisegames.com/unearth, you'll get the game for $5 off MSRP. You'll get 4 exclusive cards, 2 exclusive end of age cards, and 2 exclusive wonders. And you'll also get it shipped free of charge domestically and at a reduced price internationally. And we're going to be shipping those before its Gen Con launch.
All right. Cool. So what's the MSRP on this anyway?
MSRP is $34.95.
$34.95. That's not a bad price anyway.
It's not. You get a lot in the box. It's got a great insert. We're really happy with how the whole thing came out, and we think players will be too.
All right, very good. Well, thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it.
Nice to
for
see
coming
you.
by. And I think what we're going to do here is send you over to the Q&A table, where Z is going to ask you some more questions from our watchers.
All right.
So, for you guys, we'll see you over there. Stay tuned.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Q&A table. All right, we're gonna throw some questions at Chris here.
Excellent.
From the viewers. So we've got, are there any pre-order exclusives? But you kind of covered that. They get some extra cards.
Two exclusive end of age cards and 2 exclusive wonders. I should point out, for those of you that can't do the pre-order or for whatever reason don't get on it, we'll have the same deal at the Gen Con launch.
Okay.
So if you're at Gen Con, you'll also be able to take advantage of that.
Got it. Excellent. And they still get the $5 off
They'll
deal.
still, at Gen Con, it'll be on sale for $30, or whatever, $29.95.
Sure.
And free shipping, because you'll be carrying it home. That's the only downside. It'll be in your big bag of games, and good luck with that.
Okay, cool. People were asking if there is any chance that you'll be showing a video demonstrating a playthrough somewhere.
Absolutely. So if you go to the pre-order page, we've almost got it up there. We're working on, we had some website hiccups, as people know, yesterday, but we actually have a playthrough with Ivan Van Norman, who many folks know from Geek and Sundry and from other projects.
Okay.
We did a playthrough with Ivan. You can see who won that game. That should be up later tonight, we're hoping.
Okay.
If not tonight, then tomorrow.
Very soon you can check that out.
Absolutely.
And get an idea. Somebody was asking for a turn structure, but we're not going to go into that then. Just check out that video. It'll be up real soon.
You'll see that. And there's also the rule book online.
Okay, perfect. That's available right now already?
Yep,
then?
you can get the PDF of that to check it out.
Okay, so check that out. Okay, someone was asking, what's the significance of the different colored stones in the game?
That's a great question, whoever caught that one. So the stones there's 4 different colored stones, and the main significance of that is that each of those wonders, which you may or may not have been able to see on screen, has a different formula. So it takes 6 stones to build a wonder, but some stones require 3 blue and 3 of anything else.
Got it.
Some wonders require 6 of all the same color.
Gotcha.
So that's an additional strategic element to the game, and it's really one of the ways we say there's multiple paths to victory, and you're bending your luck. You're not being constrained by your luck. If you're rolling low, you're targeting those stones and trying to get the ones that fit the formulas that you're going after.
Sure. And so if you're trying to get one that needs all 6 of the same color, that might be worth more victory points.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's called a greater wonder. Thanks for asking. And those are worth between 6 and 8 points, as opposed to a lesser wonder, which you can build with any set of stones, which is just worth between 2 and 4 points. And that can be the real game breaker there. That you know, that can be a lot of a big enough difference to sway the game.
Interesting. Someone was asking if the cards would fit back in the box if they were sleeved.
Oh, I love that question too. Absolutely, we sized all the wells in the box to fit sleeved cards. It's not up there yet, but we'll have sleeving guidance on the webpage, the size sleeves you need. sometime soon. The only downside, it looks very cool. There's 3 different card types. There's tarot-sized, Euro poker-sized, and mini-sized. So you'll be getting 3 different sleeve packs to sleeve it.
Okay.
But it'll all fit in there. It'll fit the dice, and we even sized it to fit the future expansions. So you'll be able to get everything in there.
Okay, nice, very cool. Someone asked if there was any chance for a solitaire variant.
A solitaire variant. Whoever asked that, I have every faith in the watchers of Dice Tower that one of you will come up with this and post it somewhere. We don't have it yet.
That's how you do it, folks.
But we
Throw it back to you.
There we go. We've been amazed at the number of variants and house rules of Boss Monster that have been thrown at us. A lot of them really terrific, and we're sure the same thing will happen here.
Okay. Just a couple more questions. Any Boss Monster expansions in the works?
Yeah, actually we're launching Implements of Destruction here at Origins. It's a new items expansion. It's got 24 new item cards, including items for the 5 to 6 player expansion, if you're playing with a bigger group. And it's got 5 all new bosses with item related level up powers. So for our Boss Monster fans at Origins, grab it at our booth. For those of you who aren't here, it should be in stores next week.
And where is your booth in case someone's watching and they're here? What's the number of the booth?
We are 535.
535 if you happen to be watching and you're here. Just one last thing, drop that website address on everyone again so they can find you and get their hands on Unearth.
Just go to brotherwisegames.com. That's all one word, /Unearth, the title of the game, right there.
There you go. Unearth, not unearthed. No ED at the end of that, folks. It's Unearth.
That's right.
Check that out. Very cool. Good talking to you.
Thanks you so much,
Appreciate
guys.
all the good answers.
Great
you are
to be
one
here.
prepared man, I'll tell you. You've got this.